play the music I'd like to hear.
Good evening, I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Ashleigh.
And you're watching The A Show. Continuing our weekly segment on oppressed women with addictions, we have a very special guest from Libya who'd like to share with us her experiences. In light of recent events, the Washington Post deemed Najwa as riveting and a true portrayal of the average Middle Eastern woman's plight.
Today, we will explore the roots of her unhealthy addiction and see how it affected her personal family and life. Let's begin.
Najwa from In the Country of Men. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, Najwa. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh no, the pleasure is mine. Thank you.
So tell me, it seems like gender roles serve as almost a form of imprisonment in your society. Is that true?
Absolutely, very much. Where I come from, women are discouraged from abandoning their traditional roles as mother and wife. The men assume they have the right to control and own women as their right and wife under God. The men are very strict and very possessive of the women, and we often become shells of our real identities, sacrifice our individuality to serve our husbands. Women are expected to stay at home and take care of the kids, but I was just tired of being a part of the system, if you know what I mean. While men, like my husband, were busy retrieving their freedom from political regimes, they failed to realize the oppression that existed right in their own homes.
So you'd say your husband oppressed you too?
Well, considering he wasn't even there half the time, I'd say no. But in a lot of ways I was oppressed without him even being there. Yeah, I know, that's kind of pathetic, but my society expects me to be oppressed and act the part, so I did.
Would you say this is why you resorted to alcohol, among other things?
Yes. I regret to say that alcohol served, and sometimes still serves, as an escape, a refuge, for me amongst such injustice. It was the only way I saw to cope. I thought of it as a rebellion against all society, I would say. Well, mostly against my father, who forced me into marriage.
So are you saying that what forced you into depending on substances?
Well, not really. When I think back, my actions may have been a bit selfish. I was young and I felt like I'd been wronged, and I needed a sense of retaliation, a sense of gaining power back into my life. The alcohol was my silent revolt, a point I desperately tried to hold on to as a symbol of my individual choice. I wanted to prove to myself that I did have, at least, a little bit of freedom.
And do you think that alcohol helped you do that?
In a weird way, yes. The alcohol erased all the pain of my shackled life, the pain of my shackled country, the pain I was slowly but surely destroying myself. I knew somewhere deep down that it was probably a bad thing. I just thought, how do you say, YOLO? And kept drinking. My son taught me that word, by the way. Speaking of whom, I kind of regret being a terrible mother to him, though I think he turned out fine, thanks to Lisa.
I can't help but feel so sorry for your son, Sullivan. What are your thoughts on him while going through this addiction?
As a child, he was very patient, loyal. He was my prince, my angel. He protected me from myself so I wouldn't bring shame on my whole family. I admit, at times, I felt selfish, angry even, that I was forced into the life I led. And I guess I drank and indulged myself to forget that sadness. I displaced a lot of my resentment on my poor Suleiman, but I pray that he never took it to heart, because I now regret many things I told him as a drunk mother.
Since you moved to America, have you taken any steps to take care of your alcoholism?
Yes, actually. Suleiman introduced me to this club called Alcoholics Anonymous.
Whoa, wait. You're kind of defeating the purpose of the whole anonymous part.
Okay. Yes, I've joined that club and they help me deal with it. It's been hard, but I'm slowly but surely drinking less and less.
Oh, awesome. That's great news. Well, thanks so much for talking with us. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go away.
I have a problem. I hate waking up in the bathtub and recording.
I'm tired of having a hangover every day.
I hate that my son has to see me like this.
I used to have a drinking problem, but with the help of the Alcoholics Anonymous, I have become a better and healthier person.
If you or a loved one has trouble with alcohol, please contact Alcoholics Anonymous. Our number is 703-555-2325. That's 703-555-2325. Call us.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a young woman who has had a troubled mind, and her story is about her escape from whatever shackled her. give a round of applause for Jane.
Thank you.
Jane, welcome. We're thrilled to have you on our show.
Thank you. It feels finally nice to be outside.
Oh yes, please tell us more about your biography, The Yellow Wallpaper, and about your descent towards madness. How did you manage to escape?
Well, it started off quite normally, actually. My husband John and I had moved to a sort of summer house, and that was rather isolated. He said I was ill. No. He said he didn't think I was sick, but then later on he said that I had to be fixed. He'd help me again before we could leave.
And were you ill? Did you really feel sick, or was it something that your husband made you believe?
I can't quite say. I suppose I must have looked ill, but not in a sick kind of way. It was like there was something wrong in my head. However, I did not really feel ill. I just believed him because I trusted his judgment, since he was a doctor after all. For the most part, the house was lovely. There was this one room that opened on the piazza, and it had these gorgeous roses all over the window. But no, I had to stay in the attic. Or the nursery, as he called it. To this day, I don't know why he insisted I only stay there, even though he knew full well that it creeped me out. It was good for my illness, he said. What a bunch of lies. But of course, I hadn't known that then, and I moved into the lonely attic with the disgusting yellow wallpaper.
Is there a particular reason you didn't like the yellow wallpaper? I mean, wallpaper is wallpaper. What harm could it do?
Well, the wallpaper isn't necessarily a phobia, like spiders. It was just something that repulsed me and gave me bad vibes.
I see. So after your valiant escape from the nursery, how have you addressed your claustrophobia or your discomfort from the wallpaper?
Well, I tried avoiding yellow for a while, and I also tried to add more excitement and change to my life.
Such as?
Well, I joined the skydiving team and also joined the theater to release the dregs of my so-called insanity.
That's great. We're glad to see you picking yourself back up. You sent us a picture of the wallpaper to prove that you're completely immune to the paper. Let's put it on the big screen for everyone to see. Are you ready, Jane?
I definitely am.
I don't see what's wrong with it. I think it's a pleasant yellow. Not too dull, not too bright.
I don't know why it got to me either. Wait, look! Do you see it? Do you see it? I'm not crazy.
Thank you, Jane. This show is sponsored by Lowe's and Alcoholics Anonymous. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Okay, in action.
Hey, where's Ashleigh?
Yeah,
Where is she?
Oh my gosh. Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad you guys could come. You know,
Oh,
men
no
are so
problem.
useless
Yeah.
picking out wallpaper.
Hey, I love the shade of wallpaper. It's such a
It's
nice
cute.
yellow.
It would go great in your house.
What about you?
I don't know, it's kind of ugly.
Really?
What?
It's like nice.
It's
so
so
pretty.
pale and it just gives me the creeps, you know?
Are you sure? You look kind of sick. Yeah. Are you seeing things in the wallpaper?
I'm not sure. You know, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom like for
Okay.
a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay then.
Okay, that's
Well, I don't know about her. I really like this.
I really like it too.
You
I
know
think
what?
you should get it anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
For our final segment, we're going to bring out our two lovely guests and have them engage in a debate that will help them settle their problems. Come on out, ladies.
Ashleigh.
Hi, yes.
Okay.
I know.
Well, I'm Jane. Nice to meet you.
Najwa, nice to meet you.
Well, ladies, now is the time where both of you can address your problems and help each other in finding a solution. Najwa, this is when you can address your alcoholism and hopefully find an alternative way to escape your troubles. And Jane, you should take the opportunity to address your phobia.
It's not a phobia.
Right. Your discomfort with the yellow wallpaper and the entire experience in general.
Well, I do realize my addiction to alcohol, and I know I should stop. But that's easier said than done, you know? I have absolutely no self-control whatsoever when it comes to that. And it's worse now that my husband's dead. At least when he was home, I'd sort of restrict myself and be okay. But now that I know he'll never return, I just say, what's that phrase again? Yeah, YOLO? And I just drink anyway.
YOLO? What is YOLO? It sounds like yellow.
YOLO, not yellow.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but my son says it when he does spontaneous things, so I think it has to do something to do with spontaneity.
Yes, it stands for you only live once.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. What wise words. Whose words are these?
Yes, what wise words. And how true.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call them wise, but he is considered a true inspiration to the R&B community. He's a musician.
Oh. Well, anyway, I've never had much time for alcohol, and with my imaginative mind, I don't think it would agree with me very well. As it is, I hallucinate about the things around me. I definitely don't need alcohol to enhance that. Personally, though, I believe that excitement and change would do me good. Even coming out here today made me feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Najwa, maybe you should isolate yourself in a room like I did, with nothing around you but empty space. It really does improve your thinking.
Did it? Did it really improve your thinking?
See, that's where you're wrong. I drink to forget. Perhaps you should drink to erase yourself from that red yellow wallpaper.
No. That would only increase my agitation. One wallpaper is bad enough. I don't need a dozen more to torment me. All I'm saying is a little daily quiet time wouldn't hurt. It's like meditating, peaceful and without any alcohol around to tempt you. Sure, you might go through, withdrawal symptoms, but I think you'll benefit greatly in the end. Granted, I didn't really turn out so great after being locked up in the attic for what seemed like forever, but I'm sure I'm the exception to the rule.
You may have been locked up inside a room for what seemed like eternity, but I was locked up in my country my whole life. So don't tell me I should lock myself up again. No way. I fought hard and well to earn my freedom. I'm going to keep it.
All right. It seems to me, ladies, you need a girls' night out. No drinks and no enclosed spaces. Here to get gift certificates to an all-you-can-eat buffet and a trip to the Bahamas.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks.
Let's give a round of applause to our fabulous guests. Thank you, ladies.
And up next week, Mrs. Macbeth and her painful downfall, only on the A Show.
This is the best elevator music I've ever heard.